So, this game came out 7 years ago. Over the course of that time, there's been a number of updates and a number of different ways they've added of making money. And I'm going to go through all that with you, because something that might have been the best a couple years back really isn't all that great nowadays. So, if you're a new player and you want to know which businesses to invest in, which businesses are most profitable, this is the video for you. Now, instead of trying to break down exactly all of the details that you'll need to know for each of these businesses, this is going to be kind of a brief overview, and then I'm going to have a detailed video for each of the businesses coming up that I will link in the description eventually. Right off of the bat, with this new update that just came out, you really want to, one of the first investments you should focus on is buying your own arcade. Now, there's a number of, there's a number of different options. I would highly recommend buying one in the city. I mean, I will go into that more in depth on like the specific arcade business video, but essentially all you need to know is having an arcade unlocks your ability to do the new heist. And having this heist, I mean, you can get the setup and all the preps done in like 2 hours if you ignore all the optional preps, and you can get right to a finale, and you can start just stacking money pretty easily with this, because you don't need anyone to help you with these prep missions, and if you die it doesn't restart or kick you. That is the first major investment. This is going to be purely businesses, so any vehicles and stuff I will address in other videos. I mean, there's a couple, like if you own an office you should probably own a buzzard, etc., etc., but that is the gist for the arcade. It's very useful to own one, because the other two heists are just a lot more involved, and all setups you're going to need people that are willing to help. Next, you've got the Nightclub here. The Nightclub here, as you can see, I've made like $31 million from it. It is insanely profitable, but it's a little complicated. I'll go into it more in depth, but essentially the gist is, once you buy a Nightclub, you can hire warehouse technicians. Once you've hired these warehouse technicians, they can source, you can assign one of them to source one of these different types of cargo, and when one fills up, you just click their name and change them to a different one. And as you can see, my stock is completely full on cash, printing, organic produce, which is weed, pharmaceutical research, which is meth, South American imports, which is coke, and then sporting goods, I believe, is guns, and then cargo and shipments is when you own, I think, either a hangar or I can't remember if it's a hangar or if it's because you own a original, what do you call it, special cargo warehouse from like the very beginning of the game. But yeah, this is the only business in the game that you don't have to resupply, and will sell for like over 1.5 million, and you can sell it solo. So this right here is worth it, but only when you own each of the MC Club businesses. Those 5 right there are those 5 right here. The cocaine lockup and all that. But honestly, moving on to these businesses, since we're talking about them, the 5 MC businesses, if you want to do as much as possible to make money, I would say focus on filling up and selling the cocaine and the meth. Weed, counterfeit cash, and document forgery are not even worth your time and effort. So what you want to do is you want to wait till they're on sale, buy them while they're on sale, and then make sure you, because buying them on sale while you own a nightclub allows you to source up the max amount of value for your nightclub. Now, for the record, all of these businesses have upgrades and stuff attached to them. I'll show those more in depth when I make a video specifically for each of the businesses, but this is more of a general overview. The gun running bunker. This right here, apart from owning like a facility so you can do the Doomsday Heists or like a high-end apartment or any of that stuff, like the heists are all fun, but the Doomsday Heist and the high-end apartment for the old heists, those are both pretty tedious and pretty long going. This right here, this gun running bunker, allows you to do a wealth of different things. I mean, first off, as you can see, I've made $60 million from it. You can just keep making money. You can just keep buying resupplies, and this will like keep on filling up, and this will keep going up, and it sells for $1 million after you've bought all the upgrades, which are pretty pricey. I'm not gonna lie to you. But what's really unique about the bunker and cool is that there's research assignments. So if you've ever been killed by like explosive ammunition or like an APC with like a giant missile barrage thing on the top of it, anything like that, basically a lot of it gets unlocked through research. Like incendiary ammo, like it's pretty dope actually. This thing is, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can research, but it's really slow going, so, and it also takes supplies, so if you want to unlock everything with research, you need to you're going to want to just assign technicians exclusively to research, and ideally wait until there's a bonus in the game 1 week where there's like 50% bonus research or something, because they do that periodically. We're getting almost done here. The vehicle cargo right here. Well, I didn't mention about the gun running bunker or the cocaine or the meth. Unlike the nightclub, which no matter what you're selling is going to be a single vehicle that you can do with one person, these three businesses, and weed, cash, and forgery, but again, I wouldn't even bother with any of these. I mean, maybe weed if you really want to play the game a lot. These three businesses, when they're completely full, are going to give you more than one vehicle. And unless you have friends, it's going to be an absolute pain in the fucking dick to try to sell a full bunker by yourself. Unless you get, like, really lucky, because there are different versions of sell missions, but, like, if you get, like, the 4 ATVs, you can't do it. If you get, like, the 3 monster trucks, you're going to have a really hard time. If you get the 3 insurgents where you need to go fight Merryweather in waves of Merryweather, you're going to have a hard time. If you get the 2 phantom wedges, yeah, sure, you probably could do it. But that's a big if. Same with the cocaine and meth. It's like you're going to get like 3 bikes or like 4 bikes or like 3 post office trucks in 30 minutes, and it's just going to be a nightmare. Don't do that to yourself. If you want to do solo work, vehicle cargo right here is really, really cool. So you need to own a CEO office, basically, and then you need to buy a vehicle warehouse. I mean, once you've done that, you can renovate it, but really there's no reason to. Although now that I see they're not that expensive, I might upgrade it one of these days. Who knows? But basically, what's cool about this, I bought this on a budget. This, I think, is the absolute cheapest warehouse, and it's honestly really easy to get to and from. The highway leads right to it, and even though it's a little far away from most of my other stuff, it's in the city. Now, it says 68% full, 27 out of 40. That is because there is like sort of a glitch when it comes to this, where basically if you fill it up with, it's not really a glitch, it just tries to balance out your garage. So if you fill it up with 10 standard range or 11 standard range cars and 11 mid-range cars, which again is going to be 11 missions and then another 11 missions, but once you've done that, you'll have it like this, where the only thing you're going to source is going to be top range vehicles. So I'll break all that down exactly how that works, but the gist is that you, like, every time I go to sell, I always get a high-end vehicle because I have 11 of each of the other kinds, so the game's trying to even it out. And then I sell, like, either one by myself, or I'll get some friends and we'll sell 4 at a time if they're willing to help me. But either way, if you want to do solo work, when you get to that point, this can be pretty profitable and you can do these missions pretty quickly. Do not mess with special cargo. It is an outdated business and it is absolutely not worth your time. And I'm tempted to not say not much more of that, honestly. Yeah, really, like, fuck this business. You do not need to worry about it. This is a bit more complicated, but this is the last business that we're going to talk about because this is the last business in the game. I guess other than the facility, which I will briefly touch on. The air freight cargo. This is unique and very cool. Because you unlock this business simply by purchasing a hangar. And you should own a hangar. It should be on your docket. Because being able to store and customize your planes is really, really, really cool. And you can buy one up in the army base. It's a little pricey, but it gives you access to the army base without being shot. So you can always steal a jet. And it's just a really cool addition to the game. If you're buying the business to make money, I would recommend holding off on air freight cargo. Making money with air freight cargo is an absolute pain in the fucking ass. As you can see, I've only made 3.4 million, and there's a reason for that. I will break all of it down in the separate video, but essentially each crate you pick up, if you do a mission and it's just you, there's going to be 1 crate. If you do a mission and there's 3 other people on your team, there's going to be 4 crates. And it's the same mission difficulty and length, no matter what. So that's fucked. You don't want to mess with that. Oh, I just got kicked, didn't I? What just happened? What?
Bad news. Your weapons have been taken from the bunker. We think the actors who took them are in a truck. Location coming to your GPS. Get over there and try to deal with this.
Okay, that's annoying. So after that rude-ass interruption of those people trying to steal my guns and then trying to go into my hangar to show it off and getting stuck in a black screen, we're back and I can finish what I was saying. Jesus. So yeah, the last thing. This hangar business down here is awesome because you can own planes and you can customize them and you can like put paint jobs on them, and you like even Pegasus vehicles, you just fly them over there and store them there and they become personal planes you can call in. It's awesome in that respect, but as far as making money goes, it takes absolutely forever to fill this up. Now, I think these last 3 you get a bonus at 12 out of 50. I think it's like a 10% bonus, and then these are like a 25% bonus at like 25 out of 100, or 25 out of 50. There's bonuses tied to them, but even when it's like double money, like unless you have friends helping you, it takes forever to get to that. And then I think it's multiple vehicles. Like it's a cool business, it's fun missions, but it's not the most effective at making money. Yeah, that's really about it as far as businesses go. I'll talk about vehicles as well in a different video, and like I said, I'll be posting up detailed videos on each of the businesses. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I wasn't too long-winded for you. And you know the spiel, check the channel, like, subscribe, any of that stuff. All of it helps, and I really appreciate it. And until next time.